Thank you. Thank you. Excited to be here. You know, I look like I've got my act together, but I don't. I assure you, a little behind the curve in the growing-up department. 36 years old, the novelty of alcohol is not wearing off at all. I don't know when. I should be over that by now. So all my friends are moving on in life and having families, and I'm like showing up to their barbecues, getting wasted in front of their kids. Like, at some point, that's gonna start to not feel right. It's not there yet. Drink a lot of wine now. That's my drink of choice. Big wine drinker. Like my wine. I prefer red, but I'll drink white. And I prefer good, but I'll drink total crap. That's and I know this because I discovered boxed wine this past year. And this, right? And don't judge. Like, this shit changed my life. Because wine drinkers understand I enjoy drinking wine by myself, but having to crack that second bottle makes you feel like an alcoholic. Boxed wine takes all that guilt away. You don't know what's going on in there. Just keeps pouring out. It's made of magic. Don't knock it, I'm telling you. Have you ever had a pint of wine? It feels great. Try it. Like, you feel like you're beating the system, you know? Stop trying to make boozing sophisticated. I don't drink to look cool. That's what smoking's for. Got that covered. Fun to drink fancy, though. I like to pour myself a nice glass of boxed wine, give it a little swirl. Release that natural plastic bag aroma. That's what's inside the box, by the way, if you haven't ventured that far. I highly recommend you do. I hope you're not just throwing the box out. There's more in it. You gotta pull that wine bladder out, pin it under your arm, and bagpipe that last Dixie cup's worth out of there. Waste not, want not. One of my new goals in life is to bring a date home, crack open the box, put the bag down on the table, and say, "This is happening." And if she stays, she's a keeper. That's all there is to it. Old romantic that way. Not ready for a serious relationship either. Should be. I'm not. I don't enjoy doing coupley things. You know, I can barely stand looking at them, to be honest, some of this crap you see out there. Is there anything worse than a couple on a tandem bike? Honestly, get a room, okay? That's just rubbing it into single people. Right? Really couldn't pedal your own bikes for a half an hour? Your love is so strong? Is that what's going on over there? Is that really necessary? What do you think if you rode your own individual bikes around town? Everyone would be looking at you? Oh, trouble in paradise. Can't even pedal in unison, those two. Get Dr. Phil on the phone. But, I don't like feeling left out when I'm single. Sometimes I like to rent a two-seater bicycle myself. I'll ride it around town so it looks like my girlfriend just kind of fell off the back and I didn't notice. Sometimes for extra bonus, I'll attach one of those little tent wagons that parents tote their kids around in and leave the door unzipped with a teddy bear hanging out the side and just see how many people I can get to honk. Fake it till you make it. It's annoying when all your friends start having babies without you, you know? It's annoying. So that's all they talk about, right? It's all they talk about. It's all baby stories. And they suck. I don't know if you listen carefully, not very entertaining. Not a lot of twists and turns in a baby story. And you can't relate if you don't have them. It's ridiculous. You know? It's always something like, "Oh, she's crawling already. She's so smart." And yet when I'm drunk, crawling around on all fours, that's pathetic all of a sudden. That's a double standard. We're both drooling. Neither of us can form a proper sentence. At least I'm not the one filling my pants every half hour, you know? Where's my praise? I'm a good boy. A lot of pressure on guys my age to settle down, but I don't know. I like the single life. I really do. I like it. A lot of perks. A lot of perks. I got to spend 5 years living in a bachelor apartment, which is always a bit of a dream come true for me, personally. So I always remember lying in my bedroom as a kid thinking, if only I could see the kitchen from here. That would be perfect right there. Yeah. One day I'm gonna eat my dinner off an ironing board. So, yeah, it's nice when things pan out. Not a lot of room in a bachelor apartment. You have to make do. Seemed like a good idea at the time. To save a little space, I got myself a loft bed, which is basically a bunk bed, but without the bottom bunk. So that's pretty cool right there, I think, you know. So my last bed was like a bunk bed without the top bunk, right? So you gotta mix things up in life. But obviously the selling point to the loft bed is that you have all that space underneath to store all your hopes and dreams. So that came in nice and handy. Not the most alluring piece of furniture when you have women over. Believe me, nothing kills the mood quite like having to climb up a ladder. That is not romantic to women in the least. Doesn't matter how many candles you light. Giving a boost isn't gonna grease the wheels a whole lot. The 11th hour. That's not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem with a loft bed, and I wish I was making this part up, it had a weight capacity. 275 pounds. And you know, I think there's a lot of conversations women don't want to have. Like right before they make love, but pretty sure one of them starts with, hey, how much do you weigh, by the way? But like, I have to know, this is vital information when you're rocking a loft bed. You can't just ask, I'm a gentleman. So what I did the polite thing. What I did was I bought a scale. And I put it just inside the door, one of those talking ones. Just kind of put the welcome mat over it. Why don't you come on in, honey, and wipe your feet, okay? Oh, this is a nice little place you have here. You weigh 145 pounds. What the hell was that? That's the sound of us having sex on the floor, baby. Numbers don't add up. If this thing comes down, we're gonna crush my hopes and dreams. All right, you guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you so much.